Hi, I'm Hayley Hoffman, founder and CEO of Dandi, and I am joined by one of my collaborative partners, Lokesh Jain. He's a very good friend of mine. Thank you, Lokesh, for joining me and being part of our partner group.
Thank you, Ellie.
Yes, so I wanted today to just share a little bit with everyone about your company and a little bit of your background. So we've known each other for quite a long time, and I've always been super impressed with your willingness to work with new natural ingredients, and you're very well known in the industry, as well as being one of the leaders in natural formulations. So
Thank-
yes. So can you tell me a little bit, Lokesh, how your company came into existence?
Yeah, so as you know, I mean, we both have been working in this industry quite a long time. And so my background is from pharmaceutical chemistry. And after doing that, I came into the pharma industry in manufacturing and for a couple of years. Then I came into the personal care industry, in a research formulation development. And that initial experience gave me to work with a lot of contract manufacturers, brands side. That's what for last 20 years I had been working with the brands, the natural brands like Avalon Organics, Jason Natural, Avalon, Alba Botanica. And at the same time, I worked with a lot of contract manufacturer. I headed their research and development innovation side. And after working 20 years, that gave me kind of a lot of confidence, and a lot of my clients came and they said, if you are very good at formulation side, developing the new formulation, which a lot of industry people lacking in their R&Ds, working with the new ingredient, new formulation development. That's what that gave me kind of a boost. And then I thought, okay, let me start my own formulation innovation consulting company. That's what it came in existence in 2018. And since 2018, I started small, and few clients came, supported, and I'm now keep on working. And that was one of the reasons. Second reason was that I always had a passion for creating new formulation. Even being in a brand side, even being in a contract manufacturing side, I realized the teams, R&D teams, there do not have that much of time to create something new, play with the
Mhm.
new ingredients because time is always limited.
Yeah.
So now that being said that, I'm now in a position where I can create a lot of new things, a lot of new formulation, trying really clean ingredients, comparing with the performance of the other side of the synthetic industry or petrochemical side, comparing their performances. So that's what it came in existence, and I really enjoying doing and working with the clients who came with the problem. Hey, we are in a nature industry, we want to create something new, but we have a problem of the ingredients. That's what I mean, probably you and me come in the picture. We present a natural, recyclable, upcyclable, raw material to work with them, to give them that kind of
Mhm.
a satisfaction for their marketing. This is a really a clean product. That's what I came, and that's what I've been doing. And now, day by day, I'm seeing. I mean, client comes and they request for developing the clean formulation,
Mhm.
rather working with the synthetic petrochemical derived ingredient. They say we want performance as well as. And in my opinion, now the industry has come along for last 10, 15 years. I'm seeing a lot of new ingredients has come which are derived from the natural renewable sources. And you can compare their functions, their performance versus a synthetic and petrochemical derived ingredient. So that's
Mhm.
what I've been doing, and I'm enjoying this work. And of course, I'm your partner, so I wanted to go out more into the market, and I'm working on my website, which will be coming very soon. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, the next question I had was, what problem does your company solve for a brand? And I think you really already covered that. I mean, with your extensive background, Lokesh, and one of the things that you really mentioned, that is a problem that I've seen come up over and over again, is that when brands go to a contract manufacturer, they think that they are going to have this new, really innovative formulation made, just specifically for them. And that happens in a way, but there's not always the time for the creative input
Right.
that they would be able to get by using an independent chemist like yourself. And I always say that there's a lot of different types of chemists. There are creative chemists, there's
Right.
analytical chemists,
Right.
there's the validation chemist, and whether you're figuring out how something works together or validating that the formulation matches what at the contract manufacturer, what the customer has supplied, if that's something that's been done. So
Right.
I think that your company really solves that creative aspect of formulations, specifically for a brand's request in that natural realm. So it's very exciting. I love that. And can you tell me specifically what are your services?
Yeah. So my services, of course, the hardcore formulation development innovation. If the client comes with a dream, like they wanted to create the product they really want, but keeping them a clean. And of course, that a lot of client comes from the benchmark to me with a project brief, and they say, hey, we really want this kind of performance, texture, but you need to create with the natural ingredients. So that's what the brand come and they start working. That's what my services are, of course: formulation development, innovation, any technical support to my client. I do initial stability studies in house. There are third party services as well, which I correlate or coordinate with the client, like challenge testing, any clinical testing, HRIPT testing, like that. So based on the formulation brief and things, I designed my services for my client.
Okay, that's perfect. And so what all does a company need to have in place before they start working with you?
Yeah, so mostly what I always request from the client, what they have in their mind, they can put together as a project brief that really helps what their requirements are, what they are looking into the formulation, what their cost structure is, the certain cost of the bulk and things like that, what would be their packaging. When they put together all these information in a project brief, then my services, after signing the, of course, the contract, my services start to suggest the newest ingredient, performance ingredient to them. They come with some idea, of course. Okay, I wanted to use this ingredient for the blue light protection. I want this ingredient for the moisturization. So it becomes my responsibility, technical responsibility, to tell them, hey, you have, these are good, of course, we can do that, but still I have the cost in the formulation. We can combine these more ingredient, and this can support it by the technical and clinical testing of these ingredient, and you can make more broader claim for your product. So,
Okay.
so that's what the first thing I need from them, to put together a project brief with all the points what they have in their mind. Then with my discussion with them, first discussion after signing the contract, I suggest a lot of things to them to make it their
Mhm.
product more better, or what they like, so they can have more claims in the market.
Okay. So they really need to come with you with a very clear idea of what they would like to achieve. Okay,
Achieve. Yeah.
perfect. And how long is your onboarding process? So by the time a customer or a potential brand says, "Hey, Lokesh, we want to start working with you," how long does that take for those various process, I guess, from when you sign the contract until you start actually benching a formulation or making it in the laboratory?
Right. So I would say, I mean, I'm very quick and fast, I can say. With my experience, I try to put together things what client is looking for. So that's the always question comes, how fast we can do it. We really want, and as you know, I mean, client always wanted to go very quick to the market. So I always say that based on your brief, if I have everything in house in my lab, all the news requested
Mhm.
material, or if I have suggested the material, I have the samples, then I do not take more than 10 to 15 days to create the first round of sample.
Okay.
So first round of samples goes in the hand with the in the client, and they see, they evaluate, they give the feedback. Depending on the client, the evaluation process. Some client really comes back and in 7 10 days they say, hey, Lokesh, I wanted to make this change. Texture is good, but I wanted to more thicker, more thinner. I wanted to have more shine on the skin after application. And this product is good in moisturization, but really I wanted to have moisturization which goes long for 8 hours or 10 hours. Based on this feedback, I really started doing very quickly. Again, I mean, I say so far, a majority of my client I work with, um, 2 to 3 months for
Okay.
any number of product, 2 or 5 or 3. I have done my work, given their hand. But again, I mean, client always go out and they test with a broader,
Mhm.
population. Then they come back. That's always fine. That's always with my contract, what I'm my services, how I'm working, what are the charges. Everything is in the contract. So I would say so far I have met every client expectation in terms of their launch date.
Okay.
So
Perfect. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I know that you're very quick with 20 years of experience behind you in formulations. Yes, I know you get the job done, Lokesh. So
yeah.
yeah, and so what are some realistic expectations for a brand or entrepreneur when they start working with your company? And the reason I ask this question is because a lot of times when someone comes in that doesn't have prior experience in the industry, they might assume that you do particular um, functions or tasks or duties, and there might be that might not be accurate. So, is there anything that comes up for you to set the realistic expectations for a brand entrepreneur?
Right. So when the brand entrepreneur comes, of course, in my first meeting, I always discuss what their expectation is and what I can support to them. So my contract is very clear cut, which tells about what are my services. These are the services which I will be providing you. My work is formulation development, innovation, whatever we put together. I do my work, and I tell them in my contract these are my services. After formulation development, I do my preliminary stabilities as well. Then after the approval of the formulation, I work on a extensive product dossier. The product dossier include the formula approval. It contains the quantitative ingredient listing, manufacturing procedure, certificate of analysis of the bulk, specification, SDS sheets. These are the things which, and any testing has done during this time, including my preliminary stability, like challenge testing or any clinical testing, that I combine in the product dossier and provide it to the client as their property. And I tell them if you need a support to find a contract manufacturer, I will provide. I will connect with them. I connect with the contract manufacturer which are known. They provide the good services. When it goes to the contract manufacturer, they do their validation from there. And if they need any support in communication wise, okay, I'm not getting the texture, how you did, then I have a telephonic call with them. I support them. So I set the expectation of the brand or entrepreneur, this is my services. And if they don't know, they are new, then I explain the whole services, how to develop the formula. You have the ownership of this formulation. You can go to the contract manufacturer with this formulation. If they have any difficulty in creating the validation, manufacturing, I'm always there to support them.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know, and good to clarify too, because really, as you're an innovation chemist, it's really I see the creation of the formulation and everything that they need to be successful, and manufacturing is a completely separate type of function and
Right,
responsibilities. But you can act as that intermediary or segue for that
right.
what you would call technology transfer, right?
That is technology transfer. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing all of this, Lokesh. And I have one last surprise question. And I would like to know, tell me something that you are grateful for. It doesn't have to be industry related or job related, just anything that you feel grateful for.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, I'm really grateful to this industry and my friends around me, and who I connected in last 20 years. And I would really thanks to those people. When I started this work, I really get supported very well from the vendors, from technical people, all of them really supported. So I'm grateful to this industry, number one. Number two, I'm grateful to all those people who supported me and starting this work. And I will be really grateful to all those clients, I mean, who came and we worked together. And I hope with my honest work and, with clarity, with transparent, relationship with the client, I will keep doing this work, and that's what I can say. Yeah, of course. I mean, when you work hard, God is always there. I'm a firm believer of God, so that really help you to, from the standpoint of your, belief in a good things in the life. And when you are positive, you look for the positive things, and my industry is very positive. During even this time, I got the work. I'm really fortunate, and clients are still working. And I always tell the people to keep up the positive energy. So you should always grateful to,
Yes. Oh, that's so nice. And I'm grateful for your energy, Lokesh, and all of the wonderful attributes you bring to the industry. And as you pointed out, yeah, we have a lot of friends in the industry. We become a community, and
Yeah,
it's wonderful that that's how that's how you see your everyday working life and how you want to experience what you're doing. So it's a very beautiful thing, and I'm very grateful and thankful that you're in my life and part of the partnership, the other collaborative partners, so we can continue doing good things in the world
that's true.
together.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hayley.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lokesh, and we look forward to seeing all the amazing products that you're able to put out there for brands. So we will talk to you soon, okay?
See you. Bye bye. Thank you.